Hi, this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson, and we have Mark in here with us this afternoon. Now, Mark comes all the way over here from Germany. He's a pianist over in Germany, professionally, right?
Yeah. Right.
You do solo concerts and
yes,
classical music.
Classical music. Play the organ too since 2 years. And
oh wow!
Yeah.
Cool.
I have a lot of things to do.
And you have a YouTube channel too, right?
I have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I uploaded a lot of music.
I don't ever mention last names because I don't
Of
want to
course.
violate HIPAA or anything.
Yeah.
But Mark comes across the pond to see us for some neck pain and numbness and tingling he's been having in his pinky finger, which is the C8 dermatome.
Yes.
And tell him how that affects your playing your piano. It makes it hard, right?
Oh yes. Nobody notices, but I do.
Yes.
And it's horrible.
Yeah. And then also you've had some upper back and mid back pain, rib pain that goes around into your sternum and frontal area up here, and lower back pain with some right leg sciatica. Now you also, the very first time I met you and we were doing your history, you had talked about having a great deal of anxiety / stress in your life.
You imagine to be a musician and to being in pain all the time,
and not being able to play.
And of course, I was afraid of canceling my performances, and this is just a lot of stress.
Yes. Well, and plus you had been seen medically for some other issues that you were having too. That wasn't working out too well for you either,
not
right?
At all. Not at all. Nothing.
You can go ahead and tell them about that.
I was when I first came here. On Monday, you remember?
Yes, sir.
I felt like a really sick man. I felt like a broken man. I tried everything to get rid of my symptoms, to get rid of my pain. I was taking my medicine. I was going to every kind of physical therapies, treatments, and just suddenly I began to wonder why do I become more and more sick instead of more and more healthy.
Yeah. Right.
And
that's a good question. By the way.
I began to scratch my head, and well, maybe I should try something else. A little bit more natural thing. And of course, by typing into Google hiatal hernia, for example, which I have to, or pain, neck pain, I found very soon your videos. And I found out about you and about chiropractic generally. At first, of course, I tried to find a chiropractor in Germany, but unfortunately I didn't have any good experiences. So one day I decided to take my chances and to come here.
Took a leap of faith, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you had told me that your family was really well indoctrinated in Orthodox medicine.
Absolutely, we all were. Yeah. Me too. Until
it didn't work.
Yeah, of course.
And when something doesn't work, you look for something that does work, huh?
Yes.
And even though I just want to make this disclosure to you, we do not diagnose or treat medical disorders such as acid reflux, hiatal hernia, GERD, diabetes, cancer, heart attacks, any of those things. We don't diagnose or treat any of those things, but we do take care of the biomechanical position of the spine and extremities, including the rib cage, which often helps a person's body to function at a higher level of efficiency through homeostasis, which is neuromusculoskeletal in nature. So we're adjusting his biomechanics of his spine, which affects the spinal nerve roots as they exit out of the spinal cord, going out to every organ, muscle, tissue, and cell in the body. I'm a subluxation-based chiropractor, which means if it's out of place, I'm going to put it back in place. And that's what we've been doing for twice a day for the last 2 days. This is your fourth treatment here this afternoon.
Yeah.
And you weren't at these numbers on Monday, were you?
Oh, yeah. There were some higher.
Zeros and ones today.
Yeah.
Compared to sevens and eights.
Sevens and eights, and some tens.
7 nines, yep. Yep. Okay, Mark, well, let's show them how we did that.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to have you close your eyes and flex your head forward and backwards for me, please, sir. And then back to neutral. That's what really makes me tick is helping people change their lives through chiropractic care, and someone like Mark whose whole life is about being excellent at what he does, which is playing the piano, and he hasn't been able to do that for some time because of all these symptoms that he's been having with the back pain, neck pain, rib pain, and acid reflux, and hiatal hernia, and GERD, and all these sciatic issues, and low back pain, everything. And just everything kind of came together for a toppling effect, right?
Yes.
And then it started affecting you mentally with your anxiety and stress, huh?
Of course. Yeah.
Yep. You know, a lot of people that have chronic pain get into actual depression even because of it over time.
Well, I was very close to that, I must say. Yeah.
But now you have hope, huh?
I do, definitely.
That's wonderful. Let's go ahead and take your glasses off so I don't break those. I just find it's a lot better than I do broken glasses. And then we're gonna have you lay on your back here first today, then, Mark. See, we've already adjusted Mark 3 times. This will be his 4th time. So I know his musculo-ligamentous play, which is the anatomical integrity of the joint. So I am adjusting him in all 3 dimensions. This is the y-axis, and I am breaching the paraphysiological space and putting all the joints of his spine, 24 freely movable vertebrae, as well as his 3 pelvic bones, the right ilium, the left ilium, and the middle triangular shaped bone called the sacrum, and you combine those as sacroiliac joints by putting them back into a better biomechanical configuration. Yep, look at your left big toe there too. There you go, good job. That's not as bad as the first one, was it? You're probably feeling it deeper though now because we got that scar tissue out of there. Good. Okay. There you go. Just like that, Mark. Good job. Mark's relaxing a lot better for this one this afternoon than he did on Monday. Monday was a little tough, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's help you up sideways. Come over here on your tummy. Face down right there.
I think my mother will freak out when she sees this.
Well, say hi to your mom.
Hi.
Tell her you're not freaking out. In fact, you're unfreaked now.
See you Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's more unfreaked out now than he was when he came here.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and go on your tummy for me. That'd be a good title for this video. If you really want to get freaked out, continue seeing your medical doctor.
Exactly.
Texas chiropractors will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That one moved great, man. I've been hitting that left SI all day. That's it. Yes, sir. I'm adjusting his thoracic spine and rib cage now. There we go. Got one more here, Mark. That's it. Alrighty. No, you're good. I've still got to get your cervicals here. Put that curve back into your cervical lordosis. There you go. Good. Okay, let's turn you on your back now, please, sir. See, I do my exercise in between patient adjustments all day in here. I do practice what I preach, don't I, Tristan?
Yeah.
Yep. Slide down this way just a little bit now, Mark. Put both arms out to the sides.
Even that gets easier.
That's a lot easier than it was on Monday, huh? Yep. See, we're adjusting his AC joints, his clavicles, his costosternal joints up front here. There we go, good. Okay, just relax your hands on your tummy for a moment. There you go. Feel that all the way up into your lower back. good.
All right.
Okay, let's slide back up that way for me. A little bit more. There we go. I'm gonna let this table down just a bit. If you just relax your hands right there. Okay. Keep exhaling. It's a lot not nearly as spazzed out as it was earlier. You feel the difference?
Yes.
It's not as tight.
Not that much.
Yeah. Exhale again. There we go. There we go. And this is muscular ligaments too. I'm putting pressure on the abdominal muscles and the fascia in the anterior abdominal region, just pulling it downwards to help stabilize the diaphragm, which is also a muscle which goes across the bottom of the rib cage. That's why biomechanics and neurological function out of the mid-thoracic and lower thoracic spine is so important for people for their homeostasis. Let's sit you and face that way, Mark. There you go. All right, let's go back this way just a little bit, please, sir. There you go. Okay. There we go. Well, these are already doing a lot better than your shoulders. There we go. There we go, good. Yep. That's it. Your wrists and hands and fingers are of ultimate importance for you being a pianist,
Most
right?
important, of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
Along with your brain.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay, let's
and
do-
ears, of course.
That's true. Yeah, I can't carry a tune. I just play my dash in my Corvette when I'm on. All right, let's have you flex your head
Okay.
forward and backwards.
That feels a little tight now.
Yep. Yep.
That's much better than
So you're still just a little forward and a little right, but it's a
Yeah.
whole lot better. So I'm going to stretch your head forward a little bit, and I'm going to bounce your muscle spindles here, which helps lengthen these fibers. I'm not adjusting any joint with this. I'm bouncing his muscle spindle, which affects the Golgi tendon apparatus within the muscle spindle. Okay, now we're going to pull these here. Yes, sir, you're getting it here and a little bit left and then backwards. Keep those shoulders squeezed. There you go. Good. Adjust his atlas on the x-axis, which sends a barrage of neurological information up into the cerebellum. Cerebellum controls balance, posture, coordination, and all kinesthetic movement throughout the body. Let's have you flex forward and backwards. And then back to neutral. Better that time, wasn't it?
Much better.
Very good.
Yeah.
So what would you share with our crack addicts around the world about
Oh.
your experience here at
Yeah.
Advanced Chiropractic
I
Relief?
would need my glasses first.
Oh, so let me get those for you.
Otherwise, yeah.
There we go.
I would love to see the people I'm talking to.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. You know, as I said, Monday morning, and now I feel like a complete different person. And I have to mention one more thing. I had some major so-called fight or flight
Right.
issues. I was
Right.
very nervous. I was
Anxiety.
worried about everything. Yeah. And after the first so-called ring dinger,
Mhm.
I remember it was all gone. And I'm serious. Yeah. I'm not telling this just.
No, I haven't talked to you about this.
This is what I felt. Yeah. And I couldn't believe it myself. Yeah. But I feel like a relaxed, calm person.
Kind of back to the old Mark. Huh?
I feel like, no problem. What's going to happen? Nothing can happen to me. Everything is all right. Yeah. And
Well, that's a very good neurological response to what we have been doing. So, Texas Medical Association is trying to tell people that chiropractors don't diagnose and or treat neurological conditions. Well, I would venture to say, and Tristan can verify this, that I go into a more detailed history and more serious neurological components than most medical doctors do when you go to see them. So in my initial history and examination of you, did I ask you a whole bunch of questions regarding your history?
Yeah, that's true.
And then also when I examined you, do a bunch of muscle tests and reflexes.
You took a lot of time to listen to me too,
Yes.
which is not very common among conventional doctors. You know, you got
not
5
very common
minutes.
amongst anybody, really.
You got 5 minutes to tell what you have, and you have your pill, and you go home. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And well, I'm very happy to be here. I didn't regret it to came here to fly 7,000 miles.
Yeah.
And I would do it again. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for
Thank you,
sharing
and
your
thank you
experience
for
with
what you have done
everyone.
with me.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you
That's
very
my
much.
pleasure.
Yeah.
We give God all the honor and all the
Yes,
glory here.
yes, yes.
This is your Houston chiropractor coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas, where we still treat the vertebral subluxation complex every day, Monday through Wednesdays. We'll see y'all soon.